This is nScreenNoise. My name is Colin Dixon, founder and chief analyst at nScreen Media, and today is December 12th, 2014. Netflix has announced an enormous expansion scheduled for 2015, and so far they have only really said that they will be in Australia and New Zealand. But where else are they going to get this enormous expansion? Well, one place is in Europe. They've already been very heavily invested in Europe, with 6 European country launches very recently, and of course Netherlands and Scandinavia and the UK. So where might they launch? Well, they might decide to launch here in Italy. And Italy, however, is a very different market to the other markets that they've released in. As you can see here from these rooftops I shot from my hotel room this morning here in Venice, Italians rely heavily on free-to-air television. Just 25% have pay television. They also have one of the lowest penetrations of broadband in Europe. Just 22.3% have access to broadband. That's versus over 30% in the US. As well, Italy is a pretty competitive market already for SVOD services. There are 3 major services: Chili TV, Mediaset's Premium Play, and Telecom Italia's Cubo Vision. But watching television is amongst the highest in Europe. Italians watch TV 4 hours and 15 minutes a day. So on the face of that, that sounds pretty good for Netflix to attack this market. But one problem here is that Netflix is just not well known, and that can have a very damaging effect on Netflix penetration going forward. Take, for example, its release in these 6 European countries. Just 0.6% of those countries were actually trialing the Netflix service when it first released earlier this year. Compare that to how they did in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, 5.5% were trialing in that first quarter, and in Scandinavia, even more, something like 20% were trialing the service in that country, in those countries when it first released. So, Italy will certainly be no easy entry for Netflix, but if it really wants to get that enormous expansion, it certainly is going to be one of those countries that Netflix must look at. And if it is, we'll report it here on nScreenNoise. This has been Colin Dixon. We'll see you again next time.